Morning and welcome back to my channel. The other day I went to the car boot sale and bought myself some old wooden planes. I'll put a picture up now. If you don't know what they are, they're just old-fashioned planes. They're really sharp and they're designed to take small slithers of wood off to get them true or to match them up to something. And what they do is they make these little slithers of wood, and I'm sure it's been done before, but when I looked at them, they make these nice little swirls here, and I thought I want to revamp the flowers and vase video that I did before and make the flowers a little bit better, whereas that was more about a lathe video, making flowers on the lathe. This is more about just making the flowers if you want to make them a little bit different. Obviously to make the vase I'll have to put that on the lathe, so kind of a lathe video really. But yeah, basically I'm going to set the camera up, so I'm going to scrape some bits of wood and then show you how I make the flowers and then make the vase. So this is what I've got set up. All it is two bits of wood set at a 90-degree angle. I'm not really sure whether that's important, but it would have done my head in if I didn't do it at a 90-degree angle. Sits the wood in there nicely, and then get your plane, and all you do is you keep it square all the way down and just push across the wood, and you end up with these little beauties. I've also got an old piece of wood here that was used for something. Which is a lot harder, as you can see, but then you get these darker swirls which look quite interesting. Right, I'm going to carry on doing this, get a load more of these, and I'll be right back to you. So this is what you end up with: a load of these and a load of these. What I've got is my hot glue gun, some coat hanger is what it is. I'm basically cutting them up into little leafy petally sort of shapes, and got a little buddy sort of flower bit to start with. Right, put a little blob on the end here. And we'll hot glue gun that onto there. Right, then what we do is we figure out where the next bit needs to go. And obviously start from small, working up to big. So I think kind of like that. And we'll stick that just around there. I'm glad this hot glue gun isn't hot. Burns real good. And then what we do is we just keep building them up and building them up until we end up with something that kind of looks like a flower. See what I'm doing each time as I'm coming round is you end up with this little gap here and this little gap here. So what I'll do with the next one is I'll glue it and put it over the top of that, so it's sort of like that. There's your gap. Put the next piece on and it kind of covers up that gap, but it makes one the other side. And obviously you can open these flowers out or close them up, you know, depending on how you wanted to do it. Right, so just another 5 or 6 more. Carry on with this and then I'll be done. Okay, so after about an hour wrestling with a hot glue gun and burning myself and whatever else, this is what we ended up with. Like the darker wood. The darker wood's a bit more flaky, so it's left these little interesting swirls on it. They're a little bit different, whereas I think these are just pine. I think they're more crisper, so it just gives you a bit of versatility. That, you know, they both look good. I mean, that one looks really nice with all the little swirls and stuff in it. That one looks pretty good. That one in the back there looks good. And like I say, these just look a little bit more crisper and yeah, pretty nice. So all I've got to do is put a spray lacquer on these now, and then get making a vase for these to sit in. This is the end of part 1, so thanks for watching. I hope to see you next time.